In my playlist on Hungary, you can find videos explaining the activities of 2nd Army, the occupation forces, and 1st Army as well, but I have also talked about the fall of Transylvania in October 1944. During the latter period, Hungarian 1st Army held back Soviet forces in Galicia and in the Carpathian Mountains, relying on 2nd Armored Division. This division distinguished itself in the fighting, destroying dozens of Soviet tanks, while also suffering significant losses. To replace the Hungarian-made armored fighting vehicles, German replacements were delivered, including a few Tiger and Panther tanks, boosting the division's strength in subsequent months. In this episode, I will talk about these replacements and the achievements of their crews. 2nd Armored Division was originally mobilized in March 1944. It then arrived at the front in Galicia in April. At that moment, before engaging the enemy, it had 14 Csaba armored cars, 38 Toldi light tanks, 114 Turán-1, and 41 Turán-2 medium tanks, along with 42 Nimrod tank hunters. It should be noted that the Turán-2 was designated a heavy tank in the Hungarian army, while the Nimrod was more useful in an anti-aircraft role than as a tank hunter due to having a 30mm cannon. Despite their already obvious obsolescence, these tanks performed relatively well. By early May, the 3rd Armored Regiment claimed 27 confirmed kills, while losing 24 tanks and 6 armored cars. Their achievements were noted by the German partner, who decided to send reinforcements, maintaining the effectiveness level of this Hungarian armored division. In order to boost firepower, more modern tanks were delivered. General Walter Model, commander of Army Group North Ukraine, ordered the delivery of the first replacement panzers, so in a few weeks, 12 Panzer IV-H medium tanks, 10 Stug 3G assault guns, and 10 Panzer VI Tiger 1s were delivered. Training started immediately, right there at the front. The Tigers were taken over by 1st and 2nd Companies of 1st Battalion, commanded by Captain Vedres and 1st Lieutenant Tarczai, respectively. By mid-July, they were ready, so they were ordered to assist Hungarian 24th Infantry Division in defense. These Tigers were not new, they had all gone through major repairs, but they were nonetheless very capable and lethal machines, for the first time showing their abilities with Hungarian crews. Never before could the Hungarian army enlist such heavy tanks. In the second week of July, 2nd Armored Division participated in the fighting when the Soviet Lvov-Sandomierz offensive started. They were able to relieve the pressure on Stanislav, but only achieved limited results. On the 26th of July, at Nadvorna, a single Tiger ambushed a Soviet column, destroying 8 tanks, several guns, and a few trucks as well. Soviet sources claim that the 1448th Self-Propelled Artillery Regiment lost 4 assault guns in the area, most likely Su-122s, mentioning that 5 enemy tanks were present, 3 of which were Tigers. After that, a Hungarian counterattack failed, 2 Tigers had to be abandoned due to mechanical issues and low fuel, although their own archives claim that at Dolina, the other Tigers destroyed 14 Soviet tanks in total. A major problem for the Hungarians was the complete lack of towing vehicles. Since the Hungarian army did not possess special vehicles that could move a Tiger, broken down heavy tanks could only be towed by another Tiger, which was not ideal as it exposed both tanks to enemy fire. Mechanical problems and fuel shortages continued to be major issues. They often led to the complete abandonment of these panzers, so by early September, 7 of them were lost. At the same time, Hungarian First Army gradually retreated to the Carpathian Mountains and continued to resist Soviet attacks. By that time, 2nd Armored Division had been transferred to Transylvania, where Hungarian 2nd Army was trying to halt the Soviet advance at the city of Torda. Some sources claim that the remaining 3 Tigers were returned to the Germans, while others state that they were eventually lost in Transylvania, mainly due to a lack of fuel. We don't know which version is true, but by late October, after Regent Horthy's attempt to exit the war, 2nd Armored Division retreated behind the Tisza River, following the orders of General Lajos Veres, Commander General of 2nd Army. Veres got into trouble for this order. The Germans arrested him and charged him with treason, but the division continued to slow down the Soviets in its new position. In the meantime, they had confiscated a small shipment of Panther tanks that were originally intended to serve in the Romanian army, but got stuck at a railway station after Romania's decision to switch sides. On the 24th of October, 1st Lieutenant Tartsai, with his own Panther and the other tanks in his 2nd Company, launched a counterattack just south of Polgar at the Tisza River. They captured 3 anti-tank guns, then waited quietly for 2 T-34 tanks to pass by, only to knock them out from the side and the rear. A self-propelled gun and 3 mortars were also destroyed by them. In the period from the 5th of September, the company claimed 16 kills altogether. Together with the 13th Panzer Division, they pushed back units of Soviet 53rd Army, annihilating a mechanized artillery column with dozens of guns and trucks. 13th Panzer Division managed to recapture the city of Nyíregyháza, which was vital as this made it possible for other German and Hungarian divisions to avoid encirclement and retreat from Transylvania. At the end of the month, 2nd Armored was still fighting near Polgar, where Tartsai's company was surrounded during another Soviet attack. His Panthers launched a counterattack through a minefield and destroyed an entire Soviet infantry battalion. Tartsai's own Panther got hit 25 times, but the tank remained operational, so he eventually smashed the anti-tank gun. After that, they destroyed a Soviet gun battery with all of its big guns. Obviously, such determined and successful actions could only slow down major Soviet offensives. By that time, Axis armies could not even properly occupy their main line of resistance due to a lack of infantry. On the other hand, the Red Army had seemingly limitless reserves, so they could refit depleted divisions and throw new units into the fray. Their eventual victory was only a matter of time. Hungarian 1st Armored Division, which was never fully equipped and merely served as the replacement unit of its sister division, 2nd Armored, retreated to Budapest, where it was surrounded and eventually destroyed with all its remaining tanks when the city fell. It originally had mainly Turan 1 tanks, along with a few Turan 2 vehicles. It never received its full complement of armor. By that time, not even the German panzer divisions could achieve significant results against the Soviet forces, which in most cases relied on overwhelming firepower and massive reserves. The average panzer division had 4 to 5 combat-ready panzers, accompanied by 6 to 7 half-tracks. 2nd Armored Division also had to retreat. Their line at the Tisza River was abandoned. They then moved northwest towards the Garam River in Slovakia. In early December, the division had 8 Csaba armored cars, 3 of which were combat-ready, 16 Toldi light tanks, 5 combat-ready, 43 Turan 1 and Turan 2 tanks, none of which were serviceable, 20 Panzer IVs, 2 combat-ready, and possibly 3 Tigers, along with 26 Nimrod tank hunters, only 7 combat-ready. They were decimated in a new Soviet attack, which reached Esztergom on the northern banks of the Danube River by the 23rd of December. 2nd Armored lost its last Panthers at the Garam River, but the division continued to fight all the way to Austria, where it eventually surrendered to British troops in April 1945. Tarczai, who had been promoted to the rank of captain, never got to see the end of the war. He had most likely died a few weeks before, in mid-March. So ended the life of one of the most well-known and most successful Hungarian tank commanders.